Okay, so, you sent over The Secret by Rhonda Byrne,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta say, this whole, idea of manifesting anything you desire using the law of attraction,
Yeah.
it's kind of intriguing,
Yeah.
but also, a little daunting at the same time.
Sure.
So, what's the deal with this supposedly ancient secret? What makes it tick?
Well, I think what's really fascinating about this is that The Secret presents this law of attraction not as some new age fad,
Right.
but as a universal principle,
Okay.
like something that governs the universe itself.
Wow.
Think of it like gravity, but instead of attracting objects,
Yeah.
it attracts experiences based on your thoughts.
Okay, so my thoughts are like mental magnets.
Yeah.
That almost sounds too good to be true.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have to admit, the book claims some pretty heavy hitters, like Plato and even Einstein tapped into this secret.
Yeah.
How did they supposedly use it?
Well, basically what Byrne suggests is that these figures understood a very fundamental idea, and that is that attracts like.
Okay.
So your dominant thoughts are going to create a certain frequency, and that frequency is going to attract matching experiences into your life.
Okay.
So you can almost imagine it like turning into a radio station.
Okay.
Your thoughts choose the station,
Right.
and your life experiences become the music.
So if I'm constantly thinking about bills, I'm attracting more bills.
That's the idea.
Because I'm tuned into the lack of money stations.
Exactly.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But wouldn't simply wishing for something be enough?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Byrne says it's not enough to just think about what you want.
Okay.
You have to believe you already have it, even before you see it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That sounds like a lot of faith.
it is.
Does the book offer any evidence to support this idea of the mind shaping reality?
It does.
Okay.
It actually draws parallels with quantum physics.
Interesting.
You know how in quantum physics experiments,
No.
the mere act of observing something can actually affect its behavior.
Right.
It's called the observer effect.
Right.
So The Secret takes this idea
Okay.
and suggests that our minds, through our focused thoughts and beliefs,
Yeah.
act as the observer
Mm-hmm.
shaping our reality.
So I'm not just passively observing my life, I'm actively creating it
You got it.
with every thought.
Yeah.
No pressure, right.
Right.
But how do I actually put this into practice?
So the book outlines a 3-step creative process.
Okay.
Ask,
Mm-hmm.
believe,
Okay.
receive.
Gotcha.
So you ask the universe for what you desire,
Okay.
clearly and specifically.
Okay.
Then you believe it's already yours,
Okay.
feeling the emotions associated with already having it.
Right.
And finally, you receive it
Okay.
by staying open to opportunities and synchronicities that bring your desire into your reality.
So it's almost like placing an order with the universe and then getting excited about the delivery.
That's a great way to put it.
But what about all the negative stuff that pops up in life?
Yeah.
Ignoring it doesn't make it magically disappear, right?
Right. Yeah, that's a very natural response.
Yeah.
And the book actually addresses this.
Okay.
Byrne calls these negative thoughts resistant thoughts.
Resistant thoughts.
Yeah, and they basically block the flow of what you desire.
Okay.
She stresses that the law of attraction doesn't distinguish between want and don't want.
Huh.
So if you're constantly worrying about something bad happening,
Yeah.
you're actually attracting it to you.
So you're saying if I'm afraid of getting in a car accident because I'm about to drive home,
Right.
I'm actually increasing my chances of getting into a car accident
That's the idea.
because I'm putting that energy out there.
Exactly.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so focusing on the positive is key,
Right.
but sometimes negativity just creeps in.
Yeah.
When you spill coffee on your favorite shirt right before a big meeting.
Oh, yeah.
How do I shift gears in those moments?
Well, The Secret suggests using what Byrne calls secret shifters.
Secret shifters.
Yes.
Yep.
And these are basically simple things that can quickly shift your emotional state
Mm-hmm.
and therefore your frequency
Uh-huh.
from negative to positive.
So changing channels from a depressing news program to your favorite comedy show.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a great way to put it.
So what could be considered a secret shifter?
Yeah.
Does it involve any secret handshakes or anything?
No secret handshakes required.
Okay, good.
These shifters are all about triggering positive emotions.
Okay.
Listening to upbeat music,
Mm-hmm.
looking at pictures that make you smile,
Yeah.
or spending time with loved ones who uplift you.
Right.
These things raise your frequency by connecting you with feelings of joy,
Yeah.
gratitude,
Okay.
the like.
So it's about consciously choosing to focus on things that make me feel good.
Exactly.
But how does that translate into actual tangible changes in my life?
Yeah.
Does The Secret offer any practical advice on how to apply this to things like money, relationships, or health?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The book provides specific applications for each of these areas.
Okay.
For instance, when it comes to money,
Yeah.
The Secret encourages you to shift your focus from lack to abundance.
Okay.
Instead of dwelling on what you don't have,
Right.
you're encouraged to act as if wealth is already flowing into your life.
So instead of stressing over bills, I should be picturing myself winning the lottery and like
Oh.
showering my loved ones with gifts.
It's not necessarily about picturing extravagant scenarios,
Okay.
although it could be if that resonates with you.
Okay.
It's more about cultivating a feeling of abundance.
Okay.
For example, the book suggests playing make-believe games,
What?
like pretending you're receiving a big check in the mail,
Okay.
or visualizing yourself effortlessly paying your bills.
Okay, so it's about shifting my mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, even if my current reality doesn't quite reflect that yet.
Right.
But wouldn't that feel a bit like lying to myself?
Well, it's not about denying your current reality,
Okay.
but shifting your perspective on it.
Okay.
Think of it this way.
Okay.
If you're walking towards a destination,
Yeah.
which you're constantly looking down at your feet,
Okay.
you might miss the beautiful scenery around you.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
The Secret encourages you to keep your eyes on the prize,
Mm-hmm.
feeling the joy of already having it,
Okay.
while still acknowledging the steps you need to take to get there.
So I can acknowledge my current financial situation without dwelling on it,
Right.
and instead focus on cultivating a feeling of abundance.
Exactly.
Okay, but what about relationships?
Yeah.
How does this attracts principle apply to finding a partner?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
The book stresses that you attract what you are, not what you want.
Oh.
So if you desire a loving and supportive partner,
Yeah.
it starts with cultivating those qualities within yourself first.
So it's not about searching for someone to complete me,
Right.
but rather becoming a person who is already complete and whole within myself.
Exactly.
Okay.
The Secret emphasizes self-love as a crucial foundation
Gotcha.
for attracting a healthy and fulfilling relationship.
Okay.
It's about recognizing your own worth
Mm-hmm.
and radiating a frequency that attracts someone who will appreciate and value you for who you truly are.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like that saying, you have to love yourself first.
Right.
But what about those times when, despite our best efforts to stay positive,
Yeah.
life throws us curveballs, things
Yeah.
like health challenges or accidents? Surely our thoughts can't control everything, right?
Yeah, this is where The Secret can feel a bit more challenging to grasp.
Okay.
It suggests that on some level,
Mm-hmm.
even challenging experiences are drawn to us by our dominant frequency.
Whoa. Okay.
It's not about blaming ourselves for every little thing that goes wrong,
Yeah.
but rather recognizing that our thoughts and beliefs create a lens through which we experience the world.
So if I'm constantly worried about getting sick,
Yeah.
I'm actually making myself more susceptible to illness because I'm putting out that energy
Yeah.
of fear and weakness.
It's not quite as simple as saying your thoughts directly cause illness.
Okay.
However,
Yeah.
the book does highlight the power of the mind-body connection.
Right.
When we focus on negativity and fear,
Yeah.
it can create stress and anxiety, which, as we know, can impact our physical well-being.
Right.
So,
So it's about recognizing the power of our thoughts
yeah,
without falling into a trap of self-blame
right.
if things don't go our way.
Yeah, it's about finding that balance
Okay.
between taking responsibility for our energy,
Mm-hmm.
but also recognizing that we're not in control of everything.
Right. But how can I shift my mindset when I'm bombarded with negative news and
Yeah.
stressful situations?
Yeah,
It's hard to stay positive when the world feels heavy.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And The Secret acknowledges the impact of external influences
Okay.
on our energy and vibration.
Okay.
Byrne suggests becoming more mindful of the information we consume,
Mm-hmm.
the people we surround ourselves with,
Right.
and the environments we spend time in.
So it's about creating a supportive ecosystem
Exactly.
for our thoughts and emotions.
Yeah.
But how do I do that when negativity seems to be everywhere?
Well, Byrne recommends surrounding yourself with what she calls high-frequency influences.
High frequency influences.
Yes, things that inspire joy, gratitude, and love.
Okay.
This could mean listening to uplifting music,
Mm-hmm.
spending time in nature,
Yeah.
practicing gratitude,
Okay.
or connecting with positive and supportive people.
So it's about consciously curating our mental diet
Yes.
and choosing to focus on what uplifts and inspires us.
Exactly.
But what about those times when negativity does creep in?
Sure.
What can I do to shift my energy quickly and get back into a more positive state?
Remember those secret shifters we talked about?
Yeah.
Those are key.
Okay.
Think of them as your go-to tools
Yeah.
for quickly shifting your frequency.
Okay.
It's about finding what works for you.
Mm.
Maybe it's putting on your favorite song,
Yeah.
watching a funny video,
Right.
or taking a few moments to appreciate the beauty around you.
So it's about having a toolbox of things that make me feel good
Yeah,
and using them consciously to shift my energy when needed.
exactly.
But even with all these tools and techniques,
yeah,
it's easy to get caught up in the doing and striving.
sure.
The secret seems to emphasize that it's not just about getting what we want,
Right.
but about enjoying the journey along the way.
You've hit on a crucial point.
Okay.
The secret isn't just about manifesting a laundry list of desires.
Right.
It's about cultivating a state of joy and abundance in the present moment.
Okay.
Remember the receive step in the creative process.
Yeah.
It's about feeling the joy of already having what you desire, even before it manifests in physical forms.
So it's not just about the destination.
Right.
It's about enjoying the ride.
Exactly.
But how do I stay present and grateful when I'm surrounded by messages that tell me I need to be constantly striving for more, more, more?
That's the challenge we face
Yeah.
in our fast-paced, achievement-oriented society.
Right.
The secret reminds us that gratitude is a powerful antidote
Okay.
to this sense of lack and scarcity.
Okay.
By shifting our focus to what we already have,
Okay.
we align ourselves with a frequency of abundance.
It's about appreciating the good in our lives,
Yes.
no matter how small.
Exactly.
The book even suggests keeping a gratitude journal right.
Yes.
Okay.
Byrne recommends writing down at least 10 things you're grateful for each day.
Wow.
It's a simple yet powerful practice that helps to rewire our brains
Okay.
to focus on the positive
Mm.
and appreciate the abundance that already surrounds us.
So it's about training our minds to see the good,
Yes.
even when things are tough.
Exactly.
But does The Secret offer any advice on how to deal with those times when we stumble or fall short of our intentions?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
The secret emphasizes that setbacks and challenges are a natural part of life
Okay.
and shouldn't be seen as failures.
Okay.
Instead, they are opportunities for growth and learning.
Okay.
Byrne encourages us to view these experiences through a lens of compassion and understanding,
Mm-hmm.
rather than judgment or self-criticism.
So instead of beating myself up when I make a mistake,
Right.
I can choose to learn from it
Exactly.
and move forward with more wisdom and understanding.
Exactly. It's about embracing our humanity
Okay.
and recognizing that we are all works in progress,
Mm-hmm.
constantly evolving and expanding.
Okay.
The secret reminds us that there is no such thing as failure,
Oh.
only feedback.
This idea of reframing challenges as opportunities for growth is really resonating with me.
Yeah.
But what about the role of free will in all of this?
Yeah.
If our thoughts create our reality, does that mean we have complete control over everything that happens to us?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it leads us to one of the most thought-provoking aspects of The Secret.
Okay.
The idea that we are all connected,
Okay.
not just to each other,
Mhm.
but to a universal energy or consciousness.
Okay.
Byrne calls this the one mind.
So it's not just my individual mind creating my reality,
Right.
but my mind in connection with a larger universal mind.
Exactly.
That's a pretty mind-blowing concept.
It is.
Yeah,
And it raises some intriguing questions
Yeah.
about the nature of reality and our place within it.
for sure.
If we are all interconnected,
Yeah.
then our thoughts and actions have the potential to influence not only our own lives,
Right.
but also the world around us.
It's like we are all drops in the same ocean,
Mhm.
each with our own unique vibration,
Yeah.
all connected to the same source.
Beautiful.
But if that's true, then what happens when our desires conflict with the desires of others?
Well, that's a question that has puzzled philosophers and spiritual seekers for centuries, and The Secret doesn't claim to have all the answers.
Right.
But it suggests that when we align ourselves with love
Right.
and act from a place of integrity and compassion,
Mm-hmm.
our desires naturally harmonize with the greater good.
So it's not about forcing our will on the universe, but rather about becoming conscious co-creators, working in harmony with a larger force.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that we are all part of something much bigger than ourselves,
Yeah.
and that our individual desires are always being filtered through the lens of a universal intelligence.
That makes me think of the saying, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans.
Yes.
It's a reminder that we don't always know what's best, even when we think we do.
Exactly. The Secret encourages us to surrender to this universal wisdom,
Okay.
to trust that we are always being guided toward our highest good, even when things don't go according to our limited human perspective.
That idea of surrender can be tough, especially when we're so used to striving and trying to control every aspect of our lives.
Right.
But it sounds like the Secret is inviting us to let go of that need for control and trust in a greater force.
Surrender in this context isn't about giving up or becoming passive. It's about releasing our attachment to a specific outcome
Okay.
and trusting that the universe has a plan for us that is far grander than anything we could conceive of on our own.
So it's about setting our intentions,
Yeah.
taking aligned action, and then trusting that the universe will take care of the details.
You got it. It's about finding that sweet spot between effort and surrender,
Okay.
between action and allowance.
Gotcha.
The Secret reminds us that we are always co-creating with the universe,
Okay.
whether we're aware of it or not.
This whole concept of the one mind and our interconnectedness raises another question for me.
Okay.
If our thoughts can influence the world around us, what does that mean for our collective reality? Could we, as a global community, collectively manifest a more peaceful and harmonious world?
Now you're getting to the heart of the matter.
Okay.
The Secret suggests that our individual thoughts and beliefs contribute to a collective consciousness, a sort of energetic field that surrounds and permeates everything.
Okay.
If enough individuals were to consciously choose thoughts of love, peace, and compassion,
Yeah.
it could create a powerful ripple effect,
Okay.
influencing the collective consciousness and shifting our shared reality in a positive direction.
So our individual thoughts and actions really do matter. It's not just about manifesting our own personal desires,
Right.
but about contributing to a more harmonious and abundant world for everyone.
Absolutely. The Secret reminds us that we are all interconnected and that we have the power to create a brighter future for ourselves and generations to come,
Wow.
simply by choosing thoughts and actions that are aligned with love, kindness, and compassion.
This deep dive into The Secret has been quite a journey. We've explored the law of attraction, the power of gratitude and visualization, the importance of self-love,
Yeah.
and the mind-blowing concept of the one mind.
It's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it's a lot to digest, but incredibly empowering at the same time.
It certainly challenges us to reconsider our assumptions about how the world works
Yeah.
and our place within it.
Before we wrap up, I have to ask,
Yeah.
what's your biggest takeaway from The Secret?
Hmm.
What's the one idea that you keep coming back to?
For me, it's the simple yet profound reminder that our thoughts have power.
Okay.
What we focus on expands.
Okay.
We become conscious of our thoughts and choose to focus on what we want to create rather than what we fear. We open ourselves up to a world of infinite possibilities.
It's about recognizing that we are not victims of circumstance,
Right.
but rather powerful creators with the ability to shape our reality
Yes.
through our thoughts, beliefs, and actions.
Exactly. It's about stepping into our power as conscious creators
Okay.
and taking responsibility for the energy we bring into the world.
This has been an incredible conversation,
It has.
and I have a feeling this deep dive into The Secret will continue to spark reflection and exploration long after we sign off.
I think so too. It's a powerful book.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into The Secret. We hope you've gained some valuable insights and inspiration along the way.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep creating the life you desire.